That fucking cover thing on the bottom of that car in front of me is fucked up. Hi! You're gonna listen to my fucking windshield wipers make clicky sounds the rest of the way home, okay? Okay? See, like that. Today is October 9th. Okay? Okay. So I bought 9 Inch Nails tickets yesterday, and $316 after the fuck you because we can fees that Ticketmaster gives you, which they don't even itemize them anymore. They just give you a big old number like pay this or fuck off. Like, oh, okay, thanks. I'm gonna say the Ticketmaster fees were $67 of that for 2 tickets. 67 total, I believe. Gotta get rid of this gum before I die. So the Peel Back Tour is doing another leg, and they're coming here again. Wife doesn't want to go, so I only got 2 tickets instead of 3. I'm gonna look the day of and see if I want to kill myself. I didn't look last time I went because I didn't want to know, but I want to know now. Because everybody's like, just wait, buy them day of. Like, you'll pay like half price because all the resellers will be dumping their fucking inventory. And I heard there was a bunch of like nosebleeds for like 60 to 80 bucks. I paid like 140 to 180 before the Ticketmaster fees for the 3 tickets I got. But I bought those in the middle of the fucking, I mean, they were the back. One of them was like literally as far away as you could get, and the other one was like halfway up that section. That was September 16th. Is that right? I believe the Phoenix show for September 16th, 2025. I think that's what it was. But anyway, take off my wrist brace. Gross. But anyway, so like I said, today is October 9th. And I'm currently like halfway through billing October 3rd, which I'm supposed, like, ideally, if everything is going as it should, on October 9th, I would be billing October 7th. So the day I work and the day before, the business day before, those are the days the techs have to do the work orders and fill them out. And then 2 days before the current work day, I bill those days. So they've had well over 24 hours to fill it out since the last work order they did. Almost 2 days in some cases. A day and a half. About a day and a half to 2 days, depending on time of day. That's fair, because as one of my coworkers say, do you wipe your ass after you take a shit? Because you got done with the work order, you should fill out the work order. Do you not wipe your ass? Do you wait a day or two to wipe your ass? It's kind of absurd and not really related, but you can still see his point. You should wipe your ass right after you're done taking a shit. You should fill out a work order right when the work order's done. That's how it should go. He's right. It's weird, but he's right. I do love him. I spent 40 bucks on him. I bought like he was out of popcorn. He always eats popcorn between like 2 and 2:45, like every day. So So, and I'm taking tomorrow off. So I'm going to be rather behind Monday. I don't give a fuck. I have like 3 weeks to catch up before end of the month. It'll be fine. It's not a massive deal that the invoices don't get sent out real quick. In a perfect world, the system would be set up so once the work order is punched in, the invoice is maybe checked once and sent out to the customer. Actually, in a perfect world, it would be filled out and invoiced on the site before they leave. But there's several reasons why in the service industry that doesn't always happen. I wonder how often it actually does happen. I don't know. So apparently the moral of the story is Ditto Music. I know I told this story, but I'm going to tell it again. I submitted this track that's playing right now, and it actually says fuck Trump. It says fuck ICE. It says the conservatives want to start a civil war and get their ass beat again. Go for it. It says treat the public with civil dawn actions. You should expect civil dawn reactions. Or red dawn, sorry. Treat the public with red dawn actions. You shouldn't be surprised when the public has red dawn reactions. If you've ever seen red dawn. I mean, fuck. The other day there were these ICE people on top of a building, and there was protesters on the ground. There's a priest down there. And there's video of this shit. It's not made up. There's video of the whole ass thing for like several minutes before, during, and after. But one of the dudes on the roof shot the fucking. There's a priest down there. Shot him in the fucking head with a what's it called? They're not paintballs. They're fucking tear gas balls. I don't know what's going on up here, but we're fucked. Glad I left early. Making that noise made my throat hurt. My throat, dude. That's what I get for making loud noises, dumbass. Fuck, dude. Oh, I do call them kid fuckers and cousin fucker, inbreeding, whatever. I say a bunch of shit in this. But apparently Trump was the only thing that was the problem. So I just took the Trump words and I reversed them. And the edited version, the first one I submitted, I recorded in the beginning talking about I was forced to censor this. If you want the uncensored version, go to hateall.com and send all nudes to erik at hateall.com. So you can do that. You can do websites all day long in a podcast. But goddamn, you can't do it in a fucking song. So that one got rejected. So by then we're to 2 rejections. And the thing that pisses me off, I was like, hey dude, why the fuck are we rejecting shit and then I submit the fix, and then I have to wait another 2 weeks before it gets reviewed again. Like, well, you can do expedited or whatever. It's like, yeah, you got to pay like fucking a lot of money for like $20 for this and $40 for that, and the fuck off. I think it's like $20 to do it early and like $40 for instant post or whatever. I don't know. I know I looked at the prices. I'm like, I'm not doing that shit. But if it's rejected, like, can you fucking clear it? Like, let me know if it's clear or not. I've got to wait all. And you can't just edit the thing and they make you do a whole new fucking submission. Like, you guys are shitty, dude. So I've been bad-mouthing Ditto Music on all my websites. And I'm not sorry. DITTO. And their T's look like pluses. So you're not confused over any other Ditto anything. I don't know how other fucking distribution platforms are. I've never used CD Baby. Oh yes, I did. I used CD Baby for something. It wasn't my release though. I was working with somebody else. But we didn't have anything offensive at all in that shit. Yeah, I told him, I was like, if this is getting rejected, I'm gonna have some problems moving forward because it's gonna get way worse. I'm gonna say T can suck a D. Unless little girls get dicks, probably not gonna happen. T can suck a D. Something like that. I gotta make it rhyme though in the middle there. Who's T? Who knows? T can suck a D. Last week, Beth was going to take Lily to the swim practice, and I didn't even realize it was Thursday. Like halfway through Friday, I'm like, wait, it's Friday. I know Lily didn't go to swim practice last night, so I texted Beth, and I was like, did we both forget, like, about swim practice? Like, we were both home, and neither of us took her. And she's like, no, we decided before you got home that I was going. She didn't want to go. She didn't feel good. And to be fair, she didn't really feel good that day. What the fuck is going on up here? Probably flooding or something. Or a goddamn 60-car pileup because people are idiots. What was it? When I was driving Uber, one of the fares was like, they're really good at wrecking their cars around here. And I thought it was funny. I've only been here a few years. And I'd already figured that out. Within a few months of getting here in 2012, I want to say it was summer of 2012, in the morning, there was an 18-wheeler. So you see this divider on the right. If you go by the tunnel on I-10 underneath downtown Phoenix, there's a tunnel there. On the west side of it, the median there is like 3 times higher than this one. Maybe two or three times higher. And there's an 18-wheeler lengthwise on top of that on fire. I was like, how the fuck did they do that? Like, I wasn't even worried about anybody dying. I was 100% wondering, how did you even do that? Did you ramp off of a Prius? How the fuck did you get up there? There was another car that was around the area that wasn't burning, but it was not a car anymore. It was very destroyed. But where that car was sitting and where the semi was on fire, it didn't make sense to me. I'm sure it was related, but I don't know how. It doesn't make sense. The physics of how that car got there and that semi got up there, none of it adds up. I have no idea. I don't know how the fuck that happened. don't know what happened there. Ow! Why does my fucking hand feel like there's a cut on it? Is this goddamn car gonna get up there too? Why not, faggot? Dumb bitch. Yeah, zipper merge, but zipper merge. My excuse for doing this dumb shit is zipper merge. Fucking assholes. I'm 100% convinced anybody that jumps into the argument of zipper merge is automatically a fucking idiot. This is something I've been thinking about. I want to get a piece of paper that's got 3 lanes up the middle of it, about, an inch wide in each lane with a bunch of cars, and the right lane is empty, like the left 2 lanes packed with cars, the right lane is empty. And like, I'm going to point to a car at the bottom. This is you. What are you going to do? All these cars are traveling at about 5 miles an hour. What are you going to do? I, 100% of the time, am always going to say, I'm going to stay in my fucking lane, because that lane goes away, and I'm already fucking here. So I have no right to get over in that fucking lane and try to get up and get ahead of these people. That's not right. It's not fair. It's not smart. I could get up there and get someone having a real bad day that doesn't give a fuck. And we're all going to get in a fucking car accident if I try and get ahead of them. And there could be 6 cars in a row like that. I'm just going to stay in my fucking lane, because in the bigger scheme of things, it's not going to make that much of a difference. Time-wise, couple minutes max. If even that. So no, I'm not going to get in that lane and drive up there and then pretend like, oh, I don't know how this happened. I didn't get out of that lane I was in that you're in. No, I just was over here fucking, I was over here organically, and you need to let me in because zipper merge. No. And I'm going to show people, and everybody that says I'd get over in that lane and zipper merge, I'm just going to punch them. I'm going to punch him in the fucking side of the face, and then I'm going to hit him. I'm going to karate chop him in the neck right after that. Because retard. I might even get a fucking, no, that's too much. I might even get a torch out and melt their genitals so they don't reproduce again. That's too far, my bad. I like to get lost in thought and not say anything. I was talking to some coworkers today, and we were talking about an old boss, and I was like, yeah, sometimes I walk my dog, I go by his house sometimes. They're like, well, how do you know where he lives? I was like, oh, I looked him up. And one of the guys that knows I know stuff about how to look people up, like, did you use that website? I was like, oh no, I went on the dark web and looked up a lot more than that. And he's like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, you know. He's listening to it, like, yep, that too, yep, no, not that though. Yep, I'm like, really? I'm like, yep. You want to learn something about somebody, you can, if you know where to look, you can pretty much full background check and then some. I used to do it to all my coworkers, not because I'm creepy, but there was a guy in 2002 we found out was like a violent sex offender. And ever since then I've been like, the dark web wasn't really a thing back then, but it was easier to find information because shit wasn't at all locked down like it is now. And you could fight people, you know, the dark web was essentially on the fucking internet back then. In the 90s and early 2000s. I don't remember. Hey Google, when was HIPAA introduced? 96? That sounds early. Well, because for example, in 1993, never mind, I'm not going to talk about that. Not putting that on the internet. Shit wasn't locked down anywhere. It was easy to get into a lot of places back in the day. Allegedly. All you had to have was phone numbers. Phone numbers for modems to connect to. And boy, could you get into quite a lot of trouble. But anyway. Or telnet addresses. IP addresses. That's still the case though, but it's amazing how many Windows computers have telnet access and file access turned on. Available. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I need to get over. That's what I need. I don't know when I'm going to do that. Good. Now I'm going to do it. Good job, truck, car, vehicle. All right. If that mailman wanted to get over, I was going to let him over. Perfect opportunity. But he doesn't seem to be coming over. It's fine. But anyway, the guy that asked me, what about this? What about this? He's like, man, make sure to stay on your good side. I was like, it takes quite a bit to piss me off. And that manager had been pissing me off pretty constantly until the point that I snapped and yelled at him. But anyway. any fucking way. I mentioned this iPhone software. Well, it's not iPhone software. I mentioned this software I used to have on an old laptop, where I was able to just plug in any iPhone, and it would you could just access it and unlock it, and just look through iCloud, whatever you want, text, pictures, anything you want, anything attached to your account. Only takes about usually 30 seconds. I think the longest it ever took was maybe a minute and a half. I think I just hadn't rebooted that laptop in a while that time. But fair question. One of the people asked why did you even have that? And I was like, initially I got it because I'd bought an iPhone off Facebook Marketplace, and then they ghosted me, and I didn't know much about iPhones, didn't realize how locked down they could be. And with the Find My iPhone thing, you could pretty much brick an iPhone unless you know how to jailbreak it. And I used that to jailbreak it, which is why I had it. And then I'm just going to keep this software because you never know what's going to come in handy. Never really used it, but I still had it. And then when my boss at the time was like, iPhones are super secure. I'm like, are they? Oh yeah, you can't hack them. I'm like, give me your phone. And I plugged it in. I was like, do you have anything on here like dick pics? He's like, no, it's all, I don't have anything private on there. A lot of work related stuff, that's about it. I was like, okay. So I started flipping through his pictures. And he's like, oh, wait a minute. I'm like, hey man, you said, I'm showing you. Told you I was gonna unlock it. He didn't believe me I could even unlock it. He's like, he didn't realize I can see all your texts, all your flipping through his fucking iCloud pictures. There's some videos in there I didn't touch because I don't want to know. Oh no, I did watch a video. There was a video. There is a video. He had four-wheelers? No. Yeah, four-wheelers. I think that's what it's called. It wasn't a dune buggy. It was something, it looked like in between a four-wheeler and a dune buggy. I don't know what it was. ATV of some sort. Because they always went out and rode trails and shit. They had all kinds of different, like toys, whatever, anyway. He's like, how do you do that? I was like, it's not hard. I've heard rumors, I don't know if it works these days, but shit wasn't nearly as secure back then. You used to just be able to have someone's phone number. Just know their phone number, that's it. And you used to be able to just get right in. I wonder if that was cloning or what. I don't know how they did it. Because the guy that told me about that, he's the same guy that I used to have. Like if I get a new computer, a new network or something, he'd help me make sure it was, at least as locked down as I could get it. And there was one time, he's the one that gave me was it 2004, 2003? He gave me a hardware firewall. It wasn't software, it was hardware. I don't know how it works. He configured it for me. And a couple of times I needed ports opened up on there. He remotely logged in and did it. I don't know. I don't know how it worked. I'm a super nerd compared to some people, but compared to this guy, I don't know anything. He knows so much more than me. That's just how it is. I don't know. But anyway, there's a term for people like me. Like I know a lot of hacker tools, but then you've got the hackers that make the tools, and they're way the fuck above me. Knowing about the tools, knowing how to access and use the tools, that's the head of a lot of people, but they're the motherfuckers that make the tools. He's one of those motherfuckers that I don't even talk to him that much anymore because he's like a jet setter now. He made so much money doing what he does. But anyway, there was one time I thought I had before he gave me that hardware router, or no, modem, the firewall. Before he gave me that hardware firewall, I thought I had my shit locked down. I was pretty proud of my setup. And I was like, here, test it out. And it wasn't very long at all. And then my mouse started moving. He's like, see that? And I'm like, yeah. And then he was like, what do you want me to look at? And he like opened up my fucking, was it my computer back then? I think it was my computer. He opened up, was like flipping through my hard drive and shit. And I'm just sitting there, just kind of leaning forward with my head in my hand, like, God damn. He's like, yeah, your shit's wide open. I'm like, what the fuck? That's when he sent me that hardware firewall. How does it work? I don't know. Well, I'm sure it was a software firewall, but it was a physical device in between my router and my computer. So when cable modem router, which a lot of nothing in the other nothing else, because it was configured for my computer. Who cares? I just want to play Vintage Story. Six Seven is awesome sauce. That's probably my favorite part of the whole fucking song. Yeah, but that other version that they kept refusing. So this version, the full version, is not censored. And I told him, like, hey dude, I don't understand what the problem is, because the full version I already submitted that cleared is not censored, and this is exactly the same, but a section's cut out. And like, well, that shouldn't have gone through. I'm like, well, it did. They didn't take it down. It's still on all the platforms I've checked. I know it distributes to like 20 or 30 stores, but it's on Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, Tidal, Beats. I'm just kidding. I didn't check Beats. I don't know. Isn't Beats Apple Music now? It's on Amazon Music. So Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Tidal. It's on Beatport, which I thought that just sold Beats. I don't know what that. I don't know how that works. I don't know what that is, but I got a page on there with all that shit. That's all I think that's all Amazon. Oh, Google. But I thought Google. Hey Google, is Google Music still a thing? Let's shut down. 2020. Maybe it found it on YouTube or something. I don't know. Did I say Pandora? It's still on Pandora. Even though I don't pay for Pandora, so all I'd be able to do is turn on that song's radio and it would just play shit. Get over one more time. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Trump worshipping cousin fuckers. That's right. Whatever, fuck off. I don't give a fuck.